Professionalism.
Well, you don't have to go.
Professionalism time.
You don't have to immediately turn into the sticks in the mud just because I started recording. But geez, okay, these are supposed to be somewhat
Wait,
entertaining.
everyone, quick, dig formation.
I am
Dick formation.
recording. I am recording.
Everyone.
That's like the first
No,
5 seconds.
That video is demonetized.
Well, it's not monetized to begin with, so I don't care. And besides, I mostly just record for you know, the people, or for notes, for absolute note taking. But that said, just in case there is anybody who watches this, hello and welcome to the channel and welcome to the video. Like and subscribe, because that's what everybody says. Because if you don't, people don't do it. It's crazy, I know.
If you don't like and subscribe, I will be in your walls. I will be in your
They
walls.
they will come at you in dick formation.
we will form a gigantic.
We will form
We will form a.
Hey, we're forming a union. We're forming a.
We'll form a union.
Roll the nat 20 in intimidation.
With a +10.
Rolls a nat 1 in performance, but a nat 20 in intimidation, so everybody just is too scared to say that the performance was shit.
You guys look. You won't roll a 1 in performance, so it looks like a vagina.
But we roll a nat 20 in intimidation, so they just say it's a dick instead.
Well, yeah, of course it's intimidating. That shit can take half your money.
And your penis.
God damn it, son of a...
That's razor
We're
blades.
never gonna start this game.
Nah.
We're never gonna start.
No, we aren't.
can't
And
say
again,
that.
this is
That
all
would
being
be-
recorded,
that
and
would
this is all going up because I don't edit the videos.
Yeah, people on YouTube can get to see how freaky my brain is.
Oh yeah, we went complete goon session degenerate here. I mean, then again, Leech, your profile pic really doesn't help.
Yeah, I haven't changed. I haven't drawn it out.
Oh,
yet.
I love it. You don't have to change it. I fucking love it, but it gets me every time I see it.
Let's have a gander at the profile pic. What the fuck?
It's the crow head with looking back, doing a squat.
Yeah, the crow mauler.
Yes, mommy
Anyway,
crow,
is
take
it
me
top-
away. No.
Anyways,
Every single time I see like one of those images, it just reminds me of a meme I saw where it's Broly from Dragon Ball.
Okay, so
trying to lift.
Rory wanted us to
Jesus
start early.
Christ.
We most definitely did not achieve that.
yeah, we did not.
We
achieve
are
that.
starting
Oh my
a
God.
minute. Well, technically, if we start right now, we're starting a minute early. So, recap, because it's been 2 weeks for everybody. Well, actually, technically, this will be the 3rd week, so it's been 3 weeks for everybody, because we skipped 2 weeks. Recap. Your family is dead. Shen is missing. Diedrich was attacked in his own bar, and all of his men are dead. And he led you underground, where we met a Nokeech, and who is the one who helped find Rory, and led Rory through the underground tunnels to Diedrich's tavern. And and she, you know, had fun, I guess. I don't know. She's a bat lady. Doesn't get much simpler than
Nice.
that. She has large bat wings, and she's wearing dark armor, and I believe you have a spear, right?
Glaive.
Glaive, there we go. That's a spear-like weapon.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's a polearm, but it's not a spear.
A glaive has a blade at the end that also has a pointed tip, I believe. It's curved.
Yeah, a glaive has a curved spear tip, whereas spears just have tip.
No.
I mean, considering what we're
Anyway.
talking about earlier, thank you for not making jokes.
Let's just call it a fucking polearm at this point.
Yeah, it's basically a
Yeah.
form of polearm.
Yeah.
Anyway, Diedrich
Wish I had a polearm.
led you down. These stairs lead up to his tavern, and he leads you down into an underground area. These are kind of like the old sewers. Some are recently dug tunnels. But for the most part, it is like the sewer area. All of you have some form of light or torch. And Diedrich, with his peg leg, hobbles ahead of you and goes, "You guys follow me. We are going somewhere very special."
Rory just meekly nods and follows.
Yeah, he looks
follows
back
suit.
at the three of you, not really looking at Leech at the moment. And I forget your character's name. I'm sorry.
It's a Saki.
Asaki, thank you.
Asaki.
Doesn't look at Asaki, but he looks at the three kids and goes, "I really never wanted to get the three of you involved in this, but it seems that life has given us no choice."
I just want my mom back.
No, that's my cat, if you could hear him. And he goes, "I know. I want to help you get your mom back. But, you should prepare yourself. It might already be too late to get her back. Depending on who took them and where they took her."
Rory's grip on his own polearm is tightening and just stays silent while following.
Edward isn't here, so obviously he says nothing. Max, you have anything to say?
Cairo's just gonna follow. I think.
Okay.
I think it's safe to say Cairo is probably still in shot, so he's just gonna follow
Oh yeah, no,
because he
it's
trusts Diedrich enough.
it's shocking. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Diedrich is your father figure. He's always been there in your life. And he kind of just leads off this way. You guys can all follow as you please.
My screen is way too tiny. Where the heck did he go?
Up and away. Oh my god, cat, stop. Stop, what are you doing, kitty? Kitty, no,
There it
it's
is.
not the
There
time
we
for
are.
petting. Get down.
Oh, that's why. That's why I can't do anything on D&D Beyond on my phone because I'm not signed in. It
That might explain it.
signed me out for some reason.
So Diedrich proceeds to lead the four of you down a twisting maze. Now, obviously, it looks like a 2 turns, but imagine a twisting maze. I didn't have the map size to create a twisting maze. And he leads you down a twisting maze of passages. All of you are free to make a perception check at this point if you'd like.
Okay, let me find it.
La
You know
perception.
what? Screw it. It's easier just to alt tab and use my computer rather than try and
Okay.
faff about and find it.
I got a 4 on perception.
Yeah, mine's taking 6 days to load. You said a perception check, correct?
Yes, he did said perception check.
Yes, perception check.
Perception. I got an 11.
Oh my god.
Did
He
anyone
can
get
see
over
better.
a 12?
I got 4. I'm the lowest.
Did anyone
Unless
get
you
over...
count the nat one that Asaki had.
Oh, did you get a nat 1?
Yeah, I did.
Oh boy. Okay, let's see if Edward sees this. I don't know what he gets to a bonus on this. But I'm pretty sure unless he gets a +4, he doesn't get it either. So yeah, I just seeing if you guys...
Edward's perception check is +2, if I remember correctly.
So he rolled a 10 then.
Oof.
So none of you
highest
see
roll.
it because Diedrich doesn't seem to pause. He just keeps going. He clearly either knows where he's going, so he continues upward. And then I'll just move the group.
May ginagawa ako!
And he stops here at a part of the wall that looks very different. And he approaches it, looking around the wall for something, and then he presses a series of stones in a small passageway big enough for even the tallest of you to stand upright, but not any wider than 1 person in width opens up and he walks in.
I am going to. Can I make a perception check real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. That one. I got a 15. So what do I see?
You see that this part of the wall was clearly replaced at some time with new wall. And that he pressed on a series of purposely, like basically like buttons that are, looking like stone in the wall. And a stone
Yeah.
door opened up, and it leads into a dark corridor that is, as I described, a person tall and a person across, or one enough for somebody to walk down, even wearing armor and stuff. And it's
Yeah.
completely dark, but you can see light on the other side.
Okay, I'm gonna just follow Diedrich then.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go in and follow the big man
Okay.
Same.
on campus.
Rory follows suit as well. In the
I'll let
shadows we go.
everyone. I'll let everyone go first, and I'll go second. I'll go last in.
There we go. You
Damn, that's a
guys
lot of
enter into a underground bar-like area. There are a lot of people here, and there's also 2 guards around the kind of entrance area. They look back, see Dietrich, or they look at Dietrich and just keep watching the entrance as the rest of you come forward, not really giving you a batting eye. And no, although I'm using the same model, they are not. They are not the guards you saw earlier. There's just limited model selection.
Yeah.
They're definitely dressed different. They're not really wearing any like uniform. They both have different weapons. And there's just people sitting around tables eating food. You see a barmaid walk across, delivering food to another table. This is where we introduce Shade and Wolf. You guys are already here. You guys are sitting in the corner. The group can't really see you at the moment, but you're sitting in the corner along with a 14-year-old kid and a lady who looks like she's dressed as a boat captain. And
Well, I can't move my mat
uh,
over to see.
there you go.
Oh, thank you.
Yep, focus pings are great. And
I couldn't even get over though, so thank you.
And she just has her feet kicked up on the table, and just is drinking away some alcohol, with you 2 sitting there and just no real conversation happening. You're just chilling and eating in the corner. You wanna?
Rory just looked around in awe because he never thought he would be seeing something like this. Something like Diedrich's Tavern, but underground. So he's just fucking in awe. Mouth agape.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, everybody here looks as if they are armed in some way or another. And they all look like they're scoundrels.
Quick question. Can Wolf and Shade see the people that just came in, or?
Yes, you guys can see the people who just come in. You would recognize Dietrich, but not the people who are with him.
Okay.
Hey,
okay.
brother. Hey, brother. It looks like Diedrich got new people.
Looks like it. I wonder if they're any good.
I hope so.
Oh.
I don't have time to waste for annoying people that just want money and leave at the last moment. If they're
Yeah,
then
but we
able to
usually-
go into the wall.
Yeah, survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah, so Diedrich,
One of them smells funny.
Diedrich continues walking in and goes up to the bar. And once you guys follow, he points to the table in the corner near the bar that has nobody sitting at it and goes, "You guys just take a seat right over there. I'll explain everything in just a moment. I've got to check in, see how things are going."
Let me just put in there to set the scene. So Rory just watches him go over there, and the moment he calls, he just nods, walk towards him, and then the moment he says to sit down, he just nods and rushes towards a chair.
I'm adjusting all these picture sizes because they're way too fucking big.
Kaio's also just gonna go sit down. He's gonna go sit down on this chair.
Saki, for the moment, I think I'm gonna move her here. She's gonna be leaning against the wall, not really wanting to sit with you guys at the moment.
Oh, so you guys, Saki just ignores everybody and just goes lean up against the wall near.
Wait, I have no idea where everyone is, by the way. So I just look at the screen. Where is everyone? Oh, they're over there. Okay, let me move myself over there. There we go.
Okay, I was just
She's
gonna say you
lean
just
right over
randomly
here.
walk over there.
No.
Awesome.
No.
Um,
There we go.
It goes, what the fuck?
She's leaning against the bar, I guess, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Let me just. Sorry, I'm adjusting all these. So yeah, you guys all sit down. Diedrich leans over the bar and starts whispering with the two people who are standing behind it. Before he makes his shuffling way back over here, moves the seat and sits down, and looks at the four of you, and goes, "Well, there's a lot of explaining I have to do, but suffice to say, there are, I'm sure, plenty of people in this world who don't enjoy the absolute rule the magisterium has, or the magisters have, over everything." And he looks around the room, kind of motioning with one of his big arms, and goes, "This is the resistance, as small as it may be at the moment. And this may come to a shock for you guys. Sorry to spoil the surprise and just get all the information out there, but I'm the leader. I have been for quite some time. And as for your mother, I don't know who took her, but I can only assume a magister did, given the fact that the magisters were there. But if I remember correctly, one of you spoke to her. The woman who was there, and I think you told me she claimed that they weren't the ones who killed your family, that they showed up after the fact."
Yes. Rory nods.
Diedrich leans back in the chair more, and one of the people from behind the bar comes over here, and he has drink and food for all of you. And the barmaid also comes over to help serve it. And he's like, "Well, you guys have been through a hell of a time. And a lot of things in your lives have already, but will continue to change. Like I said on the way over here, I never wanted you involved in any of this. The simple, easy, well, relatively easy life you guys could have lived would have been so much better than the life that you're about to be forced into. I hope you guys all have a great time. Sorry, he doesn't say great time. I hope you guys all have the time to eat and then grab some sleep. You won't feel better in the morning, but you hopefully will feel just ever so slightly better with some food in your stomachs."
This is where Diedrich, Rory just nudges Diedrich with his quote-unquote staff and just just ask him blatantly, what are the magisterium, or what are the magisters?
Well, he strokes his long beard. They are the ruling class of our world. As far as I know, not that I've adventured too far outside of this city. I've been on a couple of campaigns, when I was still part of the military. But basically, the world is ruled by a form of government called magisterium. It acts as a magocracy, where the most powerful mage rules, and only those who have magic can rule. I know for a fact all of you can use magic. as your mother could. And that means that the Magisters want you. They want to take you to a training facility they call the Academy, but most would call it a butcher shop, where the weak among you are pruned out. He looks over to Max and goes, Max has some experience as to why you
It's
don't want to
Cairo, by
be.
the way.
Cairo, sorry. He goes, Cairo, I'm sorry. Fuck.
It's fine.
Cairo has some experience as to why you don't want to be part of the Academy. Because if you're not killed due to your weakness, they find other purposes for you if they don't think you'll cut it as a Magister. A Magister, by the way, is just the general title used to describe anybody who's part of the ruling class of mages. Technically, there's a whole ranking system. For example, any magisterium, again, that's just another word for kingdom, any magisterium is ruled by a Lord Archmagister, regardless of its size. But other than that, I really can't tell you exactly what the differences are between the different ranks, but they're there.
Rory just looks down on his staff. Oh, I would have been. He just cuts himself off and just stays silent and just looks down on his lap.
He kind of looks around you guys and goes, do any of you know where Shen is?
Big Brother Shen hasn't came back from his job yet.
Do you know what job he took?
Whatever. He just shakes his head. Only, I think Mom only is the only one who knew.
Damn. He beckons over, and I don't know if Edward knows either. So he beckons over one of the people sitting at the table, who walks over, and he goes, he looks over to her and goes, I need you to find Shen. He usually works with this group. I forget the name of the group, or the name that I gave the group, because it doesn't really matter. But he usually works with this group. Go ask around, see where he has been. The woman nods and just, walks off and leaves the area. While you guys are eating food, the barmaid makes her way over to the group here with Wolf and Shade, delivering more drinks, but also a message from Dietrich.
What does he want?
The barmaid's first off, he is the leader, so call him boss. Secondly, the boss is the one who pays you to do things, so maybe just a little bit respect is earned by the coin. Anyway, he'd like you to join him at the table that he's at.
My apologies about my brother's behavior. We'll head over right away. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, were you going to say something? Was somebody going to say something?
I think that was Apollo.
Oh, okay. And the barmaid looks over to the red-haired captain and goes, he'd like you to join as well, Captain. She kicks her feet off the desk, off the table, looks over to Wolf and Shade, giving them a bit of a side-eye glance, like, really? You guys are assholes, kind of look. And just saunters off, clearly drunk.
Come on, brother. We got work to do.
Of course.
Yeah. Back at the table, the first one to appear is this red-haired woman who is dressed as a typical pirate captain would be dressed. She even has the tricorn hat and feather. She sits down at the table, immediately kicks her boots back up onto the table, right next to all of your food, and continues drinking.
Rory just stares at her and a little bit, with an expression on his face, and he was just like, "May you put your feet off the table where there's food."
Okay, Rory, I need you to survive an intimidation check.
Survive an intimidation check. What would I be rolling?
I don't know, actually. I believe intimidation is through persuasion. Taco, you know things.
Are you trying to ask them nicely, or are you trying to like, hey, move your foot type of
Oh, no, no,
vibe?
no. Rory's about to be intimidated.
Oh, so
He just rolls a straight intimidation check, and depending how high the roll
Yeah.
is, he'll be intimidated.
Oh, so he doesn't have to roll anything in
Yeah.
response?
No,
Okay,
No.
that's
unless
great.
you really want to do a wisdom save,
Yeah,
but you don't have to.
Ah,
you can make
I
a
could do
wisdom
a
save
wisdom
if you
save.
want. You have to beat an 18.
I have to beat an 18. Alrighty. What would said roll give me? I got an 11. I did not beat that.
She very slowly sets her drink back onto like the armrest of the chair and looks over to you, her eyes narrowing ever so slightly, almost imperceptibly, as you feel an aura of death come off of her. She's clearly a lot stronger than you, and it shows in her mannerisms, despite the fact that she is clearly intoxicated. You just feel a darkness come over you, Rory. She doesn't say a single word, but then looks back at her drink and keeps drinking.
Immediately, Rory just feels sick to his stomach and just, excuse me for a moment, and just bolts out.
You just leave?
Yep, he just bolts out.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just scared.
Diedrich turns around and goes,
He's a bit-
Rory, wait!
He just bolts out. He's way too scared for that shit.
Where did he run off to?
He just leaves the area. He goes back into the.
Asaki will kind of like sigh. She was still holding the drink that Diedrich had, and just like puts it on the counter and walks off after.
Here, let me get rid of this lady.
Thank you for that, Steve. I'll take that.
Another intimidating woman walks after him.
Yeah, another very intimidating woman dressed in all black carrying a weapon walks after you with like giant bat wings.
That sure is helpful.
All I can imagine is that like anime meme of like the kid like walking and then getting chased and like speed walking away. And then just Asaki speed walking after him.
Rory will just be bolting out of here. If only he had spell slots, he might have He might actually just do the expeditious retreat.
Oh boy, okay. That's fun. You guys are off it. Diedrich watches Roy run away and just gives out a loud sigh, looking back to Edward and Cairo, and goes, "Well, I was going to introduce these three, but well, Rory left, so I guess we'll have to do his introduction later." He looks over to the captain and goes, "Take your boots off the damn table." The captain looks back at Diedrich and lets out an equally long sigh and takes her boots off the table, leans forward, and just continues drinking. He points to her, or kind of like motions to her, and goes, "This is Captain Yavella. I'm assuming that you two brothers have already met her. I saw you sitting with her earlier." For background,
We've become acquainted.
yes, for background information, you know her. She is a captain that has made her way inland to help the resistance. She's an information broker and runner.
Yes, we've known her. We've met her before. Quite an
She's
interesting
cool.
individual, may I add.
Yeah, she could probably also beat everybody up at this table except for Dietrich.
He's definitely a top.
Did you say that in character?
As one moment, I'm sure you
Jade
could tell
just looks
from
at
her
his
stature.
brother.
Looks back at him. Looks back at his brother. If
You
as you
fucked
can
up.
see from her, yeah. Listen,
I'm just stating the obvious so everyone can see here.
Yeah, you don't state the obvious.
Yavenna looks over at you, Wolf, and says, "Oh, if only you could afford a night with me on top of you."
The fuck? I don't like her.
You're not here. You didn't hear that, Ferrari.
No, this
He
is not the
chuckles.
pirate.
Diedrich rolls his eyes and then points, motions to the two brothers and goes, "What's your last name? I didn't. You guys didn't decide on that, did you? Like, if I were to introduce you as these are the blank brothers, what would I say?"
What do you think, Taco? I mean, I could come up with a last name real quick.
I'd say we'll just the Blood Brothers.
The Blood Brothers? Okay.
Well, there we go.
These two are known as the Blood Brothers.
I got that reference.
Don't know if that's their actual last name, but that's what they go by. They are not exactly what you might call devotees of the Resistance. They're here for the coin that I can provide. But they are the two more competent of the fighters here.
And it appears that
Hello,
point
everyone.
continues.
Cairo, without Edward here, the conversation onus is on you.
Oh shit. Yeah, sorry,
The
I
party
was.
members that were supposed to be meeting here are not here.
Yes.
Sorry, I was distracted by something. Remind me again what's happening.
Oh, wow. Jeez. Like, we set this whole thing up.
I know that those guys have turned up at the table. Just remind me what I'm supposed to be responding to.
So, Yavenna scared away Rory. Asaki followed.
Yeah, okay.
Diedrich
Yeah.
introduced Yavenna as Captain Yavenna. Then he introduced the Blood
Yeah.
Brothers. And I'm just waiting for response from players because I don't want to be talking to myself for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Rory
Cairo's
left.
gonna look.
Oh, sorry,
Cairo's
my
gonna
bad.
look from the captain. He's not gonna really care about how intimidating she seems because, trauma.
Oh, no, you've gone through more shit than she could put
Yeah.
you through.
Yeah, I just look at the captain, nod slightly, because I can sense that she's powerful, so I just nod. I look at the two brothers.
The captain gives you a side eye, but then gives you a faint smile.
I'm gonna look at Diedrich, and then Cairo's just gonna... My name's Cairo. Hi. He's not really gonna know how to interact with them, considering how he spent most of his life desperately trying to not interact with people after, trauma.
Yes.
My little,
like the
my little
reading
boy is
rainbow thing
traumatized.
comes above you and it just says trauma instead of the more you know.
Trauma. Yeah, instead of friendship, it's trauma.
Yep.
Jade
Imagination,
would just
it's
say,
trauma.
"What's your so boss? How bad did they mess up?"
I wouldn't say that they messed up really bad, but they definitely caused some shit.
Ah.
From what I can tell, just so you guys know, their entire family can use magic of some form or another, including their mother. Their mother and their siblings their siblings are dead, but their mother is potentially dead or otherwise captured by someone, but it might not be the Magisters. I brought them here because there really wasn't anywhere else to take them. Oh yeah, and the Magisters paid my tavern a visit and wrecked the place. You can see now that
But
there's
it's so pretty.
blood on his chest. Like, there's like blood from him. He is bleeding.
That's the first time I ever seen you bleed.
It's been a while since somebody was able to make me bleed, but there were a fuck ton of them. They took out me and my
How many did
men
you take
above
with your
ground.
boss?
Sorry, what did you say, Taco?
How many did you take out with you?
Enough to make them run away.
Oh
Yeah.
And you just see Shade's eye go from a dull blue to like a bright yellow. Like, oh,
Brother, calm yourself.
what?
Not yet.
It's been weeks since we got into a fight.
I know, but we need to be smart about this.
I am the smart one. It just gets antsy.
I know. We'll
As
get out
as
time.
as the two brothers
Yeah.
start, as one of the brothers at least is starting to get excited over the prospect of a fight, Tyro's gonna look up and just point at him and send a small mote of fire towards him, just as a sort of like playful little thing.
So you shoot like a firebolt at them.
How big is
Technically,
the
yes,
So
but it's small enough that it
Who'd
doesn't
you-
do any damage, and it just sort of floats there as sort of like a playful.
so yeah, there's just a fireball floating in front of you there, Wolf.
Hmm.
It's just like a.
This supposed
Think
to
of
be-
it like a small ember. Like a small
Yeah.
ball of ember. Just
This is supposed to be a little magic trick that you put on guests.
I'd
Kyro's
like
gonna
to
smirk,
remind both of
and
you
then
that the species you're playing would be not the biggest fan of fire.
Give me 1 sec. I got customer.
Wolf would probably push the chair away from the table to gain distance from the flame.
once Cairo notices that, he's gonna just dispel the flame and bow his head in apology, because he thought he was doing something funny, but if you guys don't like fire, he's going to immediately notice and just go sort of bow his head in apology and then just sit at the table again.
Hmm.
As the table falls to silence as the two brothers react to the fire being there, we're going to skip out to outside of the tavern over here as Asaki runs after Rory. You can't. I would
Not
say that.
really run, but more gingerly fucking follows.
Yeah. Well, if you're not running against him, then Rory, you are free to run away. Where are you
I
going?
am free. I can't see shit now, can I? I can't see the pathways that I'm supposed to go, but I assume I'm going upwards.
Okay, so you're gonna go up.
Running upwards, yes.
Okay. Then let me reveal all of this. And this.
Neat.
Okay.
And then after running for quite some time, he just stays at this corner, just sat it, and probably already been sobbing.
So yeah, Saki, you see him just run up the
Yeah.
dark pass. By the way, it's very dark, so unless you light something there, Rory,
I have dark vision.
you won't be able to see very well unless you also have dark vision.
If I remember correctly, kobolds does not have dark vision.
I thought they do though.
They do?
Well, like you're dark dwellers. I'm pretty sure kobolds have dark vision.
Let me check it out.
Yeah. While you
It's been
check
a
that
long time
out, Asaki, you are running after Rory,
Yeah.
or walking after him aggressively.
It's like, gosh, it's like she thought she was gonna relax for a bit. Nah, never mind.
No, can't relax in my world. That's how you
most
die.
Most especially if there's a crybaby in the group.
While you move your character after Rory, I'm gonna go do something.
Mhm.
All right, yeah, I do. Kobolds do have dark vision. Sexy food.
Mhm. So you're not gonna blindly walk around the corridor.
Yeah.
Do I have dark vision?
Do you? Do you?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Okay, so Asaki follows Rory.
I do not.
I'm gonna move you up here. As you approach this corner, you hear light sobbing coming from around it.
He just like walks up and is like, "What are you doing now?"
He's not curled up as a ball, but this time he's just holding his head. It's just like crying. It's more like a panic attack, or I think it's more like he's just legitimately losing it. It's just like can't, I don't know, like he's crying, sobbing, and then just holding his head very firmly and shaking his head and all that shit.
She's
And pretty
gonna.
sure.
Good.
Sorry.
No, you good. You good.
What? And the reason why this is happening, he just remembers the freaking how calm his family is. Just like a flash of motion, how he wanted everything back to normal. He just misses everything, the old times and all that shit. And he just couldn't accept the sudden change.
Oh, what did I miss
And
in the 5 minutes?
We skipped over to Rory because yeah, you left and we were doing stuff with you, so we're just on Rory right now.
Yeah.
We'll go back to you in a second.
My bad. My bad.
Saki's gonna like just kneel in front of Rory and it's like, "What are you doing crying out here?"
the moment he hears her, he immediately grabs his staff and it's just a severe panic and just aims it at her and just like in shock, while hyperventilating, to find a more proper word.
She's not phased. She kind of takes the end of his staff and tilts it over to the side. Make sure the aim is not towards her chest. And she just looks at the whole situation, kind of annoyed, but just gives him a moment to recollect himself and it's like, I'm the only one that came after. If you're worried about that big woman, she's not coming.
He slowly calms down, but he's still you can still hear his heavy breaths and still watery eyes as he tries to rub it off.
Both of you make perception checks. Disadvantage for you, Rory.
Yeah, because I'm fucking crying now, and I.
What kind of fuck shit?
Perception. I got a 13.
That's performance.
Oh, that's performance. Shit. That's the wrong perception. Yeah, there's perception. I got a 2. I got a nat 1.
Makes sense.
Lovely. Very lovely. Anyways.
And what did you get? What did you get?
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay, then you hear... Then, Asaki, you hear footsteps coming. They're soft and light. And really before you have a chance to react... Sister... Oh, God, what's her name? Freya. Sister Freya walks down the corridor and comes into your dark vision. It is still completely dark here. And she continues walking up and says, I heard somebody crying. Is everything okay here, Asaki?
No. He got intimidated by, I believe, the captain. Or, no, I didn't know it was the captain, actually. I don't know who that person is. So it's like some woman inside of the bar. He got intimidated by her and ran off.
Freya lets out a slight laugh and goes, was she wearing a feather in her hat?
Yes.
That would be Captain Yavena.
Mm-hmm.
She's not really all that mean. She just has a really rough exterior.
You can tell, though, it looks like something else triggered more than the initial panic.
She comes over, not near Rory, but close enough, and then leans against the wall and slides down, sitting next, again, not next to him, but next to him. And she looks at Rory, just smiling at him, and goes, did she get Rory's name? I don't know if she did.
She No, she didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't.
I don't think I also give Rory my name either.
Yeah.
I don't think so last time.
No, you didn't, but she's called you Asaki.
That's true.
So Rory would know that. And
Asaki would know who Rory is because he ran away and Dietrich called out to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she goes, young kobold, I can only imagine what you've gone through. That you had to hide in our temple, and that you now find yourselves here in the underground. I'm so sorry for whatever you've gone through, but one of the best ways to move forward is to remember that as long as you're alive, you can make things better. You can make this world better, and you can make yourself happy again.
He just doesn't speak and just looks down, and then weakly said, I just want her back.
Freya moves a little closer and puts her hand on your shoulder, Rory, and goes, I don't know whoever this is, if she is dead or not, but change and loss is simply part of this life. It's a cruel part of this life, but things will always change. And because things always change, there's always always a chance that they can change back, or maybe not even back, but forward to a better place.
He just he just kept some he just now just listens and just stays silent while gripping his now that he is he's curled up into a ball and just grips himself and just there.
Yeah.
Slowly calming down.
Yeah. By the way, Freya's voice is very calming. It's the exact opposite of Captain Yavenna.
Exactly.
Very
calming. That's why even in his hyperventilating state, his breathing starts to stabilize and just becomes normal now.
As these two start to calm you down, Roy, we are going to go back to the table, where what you missed there, Taco, was Cairo caused like a little flame to appear. Mind you, it wasn't like an attack or anything. It's just like, a little party trick kind of flame. To appear, and given your species background, you guys don't really like fire, and that caused Wolf to kind of like step back and freak out a little bit, but the fire was closest to you, to Shade.
So Shade will look at it and he'll just hold his hand out and just does a little spark of lightning between his hands to flush out the flames.
Oh, you're not entirely sure if you doing it or if Cairo stopped the flame, because Cairo did stop the flame, but you weren't here to react to it. Okay. Either way, it goes out. So, yeah. And the table's kind of just quiet for a moment, as Captain Yavenna reaches over to the food in front of Diedrich and just takes it and starts eating. Very loudly.
No etiquette.
She's a pirate. She doesn't care.
Cairo, is it correct?
Yeah, that's me.
How tall is your character?
Let me check.
There's also the fact he's always hunched over too.
Yeah, I'm always slightly hunched over, but when I'm not, I'm 5'6", and I hunch slightly because of, the fact I've got technology buried in my entire body. So I roughly stand at 5'5", and I'm sat down. So.
All right, so I got a solid foot over you. Okay.
Yeah.
He goes to do like a squat in front of you. Well, he meets you eye level. If you could kindly not do that again in front of me and my brother, I would deeply appreciate that.
Oh
Uh,
no, I just realized something. But continue.
Cairo's gonna nod and
That
then
shade's about to take a shit on the floor to assert dominance.
No.
Exactly.
about to violently shit everywhere.
Yeah, just while staring at Cairo still.
No. Dear
Thing
God.
is, Cairo would just stare directly back at him. Just,
Wolf would probably be
he's seen
watching
some
his brother
shit.
do all this in silence.
Yeah, Cairo's just gonna nod and then very quickly nab something off Diedrich's plate if he's got a plate of food.
You're too slow. Yavanna already took it. The entire plate.
Damn.
She sees you looking where Dietrich's food is, and like kind of like huddles over her own food, and then looks back at you there, Wolf, and just shakes her head and goes, "Oh, this is mine."
Hmm.
Like there isn't plenty more food that you could just order.
Yeah. Cairo's gonna then just retract his hand. Sort of just sit there for a moment. Stand up, wander over to the bar, and straighten up for the first time in a while so he can order something.
You all hear a very audible crack in his back as he straightens up.
Ugh.
Like
What the
in
fuck?
like in terms of
Rope.
noise, does it sound metallic or does it sound like air bubbles?
Both.
Oh God.
Gonna move over
Yeah,
closer
because
to my
I've got
brother.
technology embedded in my skin. I've got magic tech embedded in my body.
Do you just walk over the table?
Oh,
No, I walked
Uh,
around. I was gonna say I
I'm
walked
talking. I'm
around the
talking to
table.
Wolf.
Oh, I walked around. I just took the lazy way around, but I walked around it.
As you approach Yavanna, she shields her food again.
I just
I
whispered,
just-
Wolf just. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk past and go up to the bar and try and order some food.
Food was already delivered to
Oh,
you all.
I'm gonna order even more. I'm gonna order something I want
Oh.
specifically.
Okay.
oh, Wolf. What languages did you pick?
Languages don't matter. I would prescribe
Language don't
them to
matter.
you privately. But you would both know
Okay.
your own separate clan language, so you could speak to each other privately without anybody else understanding.
All right. Well, I'm speaking to him in clan language.
Thank
you
you,
okay?
brother. You know, I don't like looking weak in front of new people.
I've been telling you
No.
this since you was a pup.
Don't bring up when I was a pup.
Listen here, you little shit. I'm your older brother. You listen.
Mm,
Be more assertive. Be more
Yeah.
primal. I know you don't like that side. Be more fucking primal.
that's exactly how our father was.
Yeah, and look at him now.
Real piece of work, if you ask me.
Yeah, and we'll try not to be like that, but we have to take some of his traits into our own to survive.
That one that ran out.
That was funny.
I wonder if
But
kind of reminded me of me when I was younger. I'd run away and father would send everyone after me.
Just like
yeah,
to-
but who's the one that always found you first?
Who's the one that always saved me from the beatings?
You're welcome.
Thank you, brother. I'll be better.
That's all I ask.
happy family
An
moment
actual-
over. With
Give me a
a lot of
drink.
background lore just dropped
Please.
there.
Clan Lord.
We're going to go back to Rory and Asaki, with Rory kind of calming down. Yavanna puts one of her other hand that isn't on his shoulder.
Freya.
Freya. I said,
Freya.
fuck. Freya puts the hand that isn't on Rory's shoulder under his arm and begins to stand both of you up and goes, Rory,
It's not.
or goes, Cobalt, I know things seem very scary and confusing right now, but all you can do is take one step after another and move forward right now. So let us go back and talk to Dietrich and get you some sleep. You've been through a lot today.
And as on cue, he freaking yawns really longly.
Yeah, with the the extended cobalt face that just turns into like a wide chasm of like teeth as you just yawn.
Oh my god, he's a cat. He's a cat all along.
So
Saki will like kind of lean over to Freya a little bit away from Rory and it's like, eventually he's going to have to learn. He can't just run away from allies, even if they are intimidating.
everybody has to learn something eventually, Asaki. But hopefully he'll be able to learn a little bit more tomorrow, and then the day after, and the day after.
Hope you're right.
Okay.
And if they're going to go back, before they stand up, Rory grabs his staff and trotted alongside with Asaki as well as Freya back to the whatever area is.
Yeah, you guys go back here. Back is ping. There we go. And you guys re-enter the area. You see Cairo standing at the place as his food's being handed to him. Things at the table have kind of calmed down, and everybody's just eating and drinking, except for Dietrich, because his food got stolen. He's just kind of sitting there and drinking and sipping on it.
Saki, is there any spare? Is there any like plates just open on the table?
On any of the empty tables, or specifically the table everybody's at?
Everyone's at.
There's no open plate at the moment, no.
Let's go try to snatch someone's plate.
You could go and try and snatch Yovanna's. I mean, there's no open plate, but everybody there has a plate in front of them.
Yeah. Nah.
Do I?
She would just probably like cruise by again and just like grab like one piece of like whatever like finger food there was and just eats it as she just goes back to her.
Who do you grab it from?
Honestly, can I roll dice? She
Sure.
doesn't really give a shit who she stole it from. How many people are on the table?
1, 2,
have
3,
plates.
4, 5.
5 people?
Also include Rory's. One of them is Rory's that I didn't touch.
Yes, but that's in front of somebody else now.
2.
Goddamn.
2?
Whoever was that plate, she stole a bit from and just kind of
I'm working counterclockwise from Dietrich. That's what I was going to go off of. So that's Yovanna. You need to make an opposed athletic checks against Yovanna, who's been guarding her food.
Sleight of hand.
Opposed sleight of hand. Yovanna got a dirty 21.
I was going to do athletics, but okay.
Nah.
It's a 14.
14? Yeah, you go to try and grab some of Yovanna's food, but she's way quicker. She grabs your wrist with like, for some reason she's using chopsticks, just because it's going to be funnier. She grabs your wrist with 2 chopsticks, and it's strong enough to hold your hand there. She just looks up at you and shakes her head, and then lets your wrist go.
I think Saki would just give her like, she would stick her tongue out and just go back to her original position at the counter.
Freya comes up here and smacks Yovanna in the back of the head. And goes, Yovanna, you have to learn to share. Yovanna looks back at Freya, clearly pissed, and just goes, yes, ma'am.
Damn.
And she holds out like a leg of lamb or whatever food there is and holds it out to you there, Asaki.
She'll take it.
She's not looking at you, by the way. She's clearly looking away from you. She's acting like a complete child.
Wait. So
She's
yeah, she'll take it and it's like, thank you.
yeah, she's holding
And just
like
kind of
out as far as she can from her, looking away from you, just waiting for you to take it.
yeah. No, Saki will take it and it's just kind of mocking, like, thank you, and goes back to the bar, the bar edge.
Yeah, and you just start chewing on your food. Cairo, you have your food, and Rory's back, and there aren't enough places at the table. But Freya stands behind Dietrich, just standing there silently in her nun clothing, her nun garb.
Carol's gonna start eating, but he's gonna remain standing whilst he eats, because there's no seats and he doesn't like sitting down to eat for some reason.
I very purposely chose a very cute image for Yavanna because she's not really that nice looking.
Yeah,
you
I'm
got the
just
cute
gonna
like chibi pirate there.
stand closer to Rory. I'm just gonna start eating.
Okay. All of you are sitting here. Diedrich looks around and says, "It's good to have you back, Rory." And like I said, I really hope you all have a good meal and get some rest. He looks back at Freya and says, "Freya can show you where to sleep. You'll all get your own bed. But we'll talk more in the morning when you have time to, I don't want to really say sleep it off, but when you have time to sleep and process what happened today."
I'll just be watching Rory, the one that just came back in from crying. I'll just look at basically Moon's character. I'll be looking at him.
Just like all the eyes watch Rory as he walks back too. Just everybody's looking at him.
Yes.
Jade slides his plate over to where he thinks the little cobalt's gonna be.
Rory politely says thank you before partaking in the food. In a quite both slow yet hasty manner because he's fucking hungry.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were chased around town. You haven't eaten since the morning, and even then, that wasn't the best food. So, yeah. Edward's just been eating quietly because he's not here and can't respond to anything. As time passes, everybody's eating, and the bar area slowly clears out from people. The barmaid comes over, offers you all more drinks and food. As people continue moving out of the area until it's literally just the guards at the entrance and you guys sitting here. Even one of the cooks disappears.
Yes.
This is everybody left. The barmaid's standing at the bar. You guys eating. Asaki still just leaning against the wall. And everything's quiet. The lights in the bar area start to dim a little, indicating nighttime. Diedrich finally stands, slapping his hands on both of his legs as he stands, and goes, "Let's show you guys your rooms. Let's get you some sleep."
Rory, no, on cue, Rory nods and yawns at the same time.
Yeah.
Wolf
Rory yawning, by the way, is
watching Rory.
terrifying because it's a cobalt yawning.
Wolf will continue to watch Rory.
It's funny. Anyways.
Yavanna's passed out drunk at the table, just like head on the table sleeping.
I'm not carrying her this time.
Fine, I'll get
I
her
got
this
kicked.
time. I'll get her.
Okay. You move over to pick up Yavanna, and as you do so, just on instinct, a fist comes flying at you. And what's your AC, if you have one yet?
I'm a AC. Oh, 12.
12, yeah. The fist, albeit it's not very, it doesn't connect very well, but it does like graze you on the bottom of your chin. As Yavena says, "Stop! That tickles." And it hits you a little bit. I'm not going to count damage because you're about to go through a long rest. But yeah, you get punched on the chin.
How come he gets punched and I got fucking drop kicked? What the fuck?
Maybe I'm her favorite.
Yeah, that's because you're the young one.
So yeah, you carry Yavena away. And with that, I'm going to reveal. Subtract. I'm going to reveal this area's over here. And everybody's kind of led to their own room, and it's time to go to bed. And yes, this will count as a long rest for all of you. So yeah. Yeah, anything you guys want to do before you go in for the night?
Oh, can I have
no,
Wolf?
Oh, sorry. You go ahead, Fang.
Thank you. I was just going to say, can Wolf talk to Roy quickly before they go to bed?
Yeah, so you're going to carry Yavena over. I'll just put her in her bed. Boom, done.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you can walk back out here or, like, catch Rory in the hallway or something like that. And talk to him.
I'll probably catch him in the hallway.
Okay.
I teleport there.
Yeah, so I'm going to move you over as well. Edwards.
Sorry, I sent you a message.
I'll look at that in just a second.
Okay.
Message. No. Actually, no. Let me roll for that before I give an answer, since I hadn't established what phase it's in at the moment. Do you want there to be one?
I let the dice choose.
Oh no.
No, there's not.
Okay.
So.
The saga's gonna hang back, by the way, a little bit.
Yeah. Kyra, I don't know if you want to grab a bed, but Edward grabbed one. He was shown over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So Dietrich and Freya are here in the narrow corridor here.
I'm gonna grab a bed in this room.
Okay.
Because those are gonna be in the back corner because he likes corners.
Gotcha. Really, a real big fan of 90 degrees.
Oh my god.
Corner.
Hey, it keeps you warm.
Corners.
I'll say Shade's go stay and eat and drink for a little bit longer.
Okay. And yeah, so you carry Yavena into her bedroom, although there aren't really assigned beds, but typically, but yeah, no, she's you put her down, come back out, and find Rory in the hallway. Freya and Dietrich are a little bit further down chatting.
Okay. Okay, we'll say something to Roy now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Roy, I don't think we've properly met yet. I'm Wolf.
The kobold sort of froze and turns to the man and just nods, just meekly nods while holding his staff.
The very giant man whose artwork is clearly showing off his pecs.
Just so you
know,
he is really trying to.
By the way, just so you guys can see it, there you go.
Fucking hell! You said cum gutters.
That's what I said.
Okay. Okay.
You called them cum gutters, and I thought, he's just gonna have.
Damn, you got her nips out.
He's just gonna be well fit and toned and in good shape. No, those aren't cum gutters. Those are cum rivers, bro.
That's what I said.
That's what he gave me.
Someone
Those
built
are.
them.
This one.
Those are. Nah.
And then just so you guys
Sorry.
can see Shade, here you go. Little artwork for Shade.
There we go. See, Sage is cool. I was trying to get something similar to that.
Shade looks like he's about to beat the fuck out of somebody.
Always. Always.
Where's the other one? Where's the other guy? Looks like he's about to ask
Fuck
for
a
20
nut.
quid and give you a blowy.
Oh, he looks like he's
What
about
is
to
it?
fuck a whole nunnery.
Yeah. Gonna end up with breast milk dripping down his chin.
Okay, enough of that.
Wolf
Why
would
did I say
just
that?
Wolf would just continue staring down at Roy and just like, listen, I don't know what you've been through, but let me just tell you this now. The world is a shit place. You either die as a weak, crying little child, or it beats you hard enough to adapt you into being something stronger.
And then Wolf proceeds to beat Rory up.
If you want, I can attempt. I don't know much about you. I know we just met, but if you want, I could try to teach you to be stronger.
He just.
I don't know why.
You know those types of nods that's just like, yeah, right, sure, type of nods, like slowly nods.
Yeah.
While eyeing out the room where he last saw Kaido went in. Each time he says something, Rory steps back before bolting inside of the room and closing the door.
Mm.
I almost wanted Saki to kind of walk up and it's like, yeah, it'd be like that.
I mean, you said you were hanging back,
Yeah.
so you can walk in now if you want.
Yeah, you would hear her say that.
I mean,
Can
you
I
have
roll
no idea
perception
what's going
check
on
here
here. Because you guys are both way over here.
Oh, can I roll a perception hearing to see
Yeah,
if I hear my brother talking shit?
yeah, absolutely, given your species.
17.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can definitely overhear this.
Like, that cheeky bastard. Oh well.
Wolf would start
Every
to
time.
approach a room.
No, he just locks his own room. He doesn't want anyone else.
There are no locks
before-
on these doors.
Oh, that's bad.
Sorry,
just
I'm back.
approach an empty room.
My brother called me. I'm back.
Well, welcome back.
But yeah, she
So
would have
who's
said
it?
that. Who she would have said whatever she said.
Yeah, it do be like that.
It did be like that. Come around the corner.
Then teleport your ass here.
Yeah, she's
There we
right
go.
there.
It just moved for me. Anyways, continue.
It depends if you want to respond or not, but she's just standing there, kind of like.
Oh, by the time you get over here, Rory's in his room.
No, I know. I'm talking about. I think it's a Fang's character.
Yeah,
Wolf.
it's fine.
Wolf, yeah.
Yeah.
Wolf
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 would
would-
heard her say that.
Wolf would turn around and look at her. It's like, do you know that? Do you know that individual well?
Came crying to my church.
These walls are super
Let's just say I
thin.
know
Rory,
how-
you can hear everything.
Yeah, I know.
let's
Don't
just
worry.
say, let's just say I know how shit the world can be. That's all you're getting out of me. So
You and
whenever
me
I see
both.
someone like that, I try to toughen them up.
It'll take some time. It'll take some time, but right now, he did just lose his whole family today.
Not entirely.
No,
I
with that
can't-
word,
I can't
Cairo and Edward just die right there and then. No.
I hit
Yeah.
0 HP. I hit 0 HP as my the circuits keep the magic
That's
circuits
what
in my
I said.
body just stop my heart.
I said what I
Oh,
said.
God.
I just explode.
Yeah, and just like give him time.
Okay. Saki
Yeah.
just decided to cast power word kill on these
No.
two.
Yep, they're just dead now. I
Yeah.
made them dead on the screen.
Well, damn.
I'm
It's like,
Oi.
kidding, of
Yeah.
course.
yeah, but like, well, not everyone's gonna adapt well to changes in their lives. I should know.
Me and my brother and all that. Yeah,
You talking
I
shit?
know we just.
You talking shit.
You're not here. Shut up. Unless you walk outside. Go ahead.
Hello, brother. I'm just trying to get
Talking
to know
shit.
the new people.
Well, let's do that in the morning. I'm drunk and tired.
You
You know,
you
I
can
don't
go
even
to
know
bed.
any. I don't even know any of your names.
Oh, I'm
she
Shade.
just.
Hi.
I was gonna make her just walk past you guys without saying it. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know any of
But
your
I
names
am
and just
Wolf.
leaves.
No, I mean, like, no one has introduced themselves to Asaka besides Freya saying her name, so she's not. No one has made an effort to try to talk to her. She's just been by the wall.
You would have actually then heard Wolf and Shade introduce themselves.
Yeah, but they never got my name besides being heard from the mouth. But
Well,
when you say
I don't think Freya's said your name in front of Wolf or Fang yet, or anybody but
yeah,
Rory.
No.
no, is so do you say your name, Shade?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, name's Asaki.
Well, I hope you have a good rest of your night.
I won't. And he's or she's gonna walk past.
And I walk into the room and go to bed.
I walk into the same room as brother.
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 Frodo,
Why
what
are
you
you running?
doing?
Why are you running?
What are you running?
I was thinking more like Carl, brother.
Carl, what you doing?
Sometimes you gotta stab someone 47 times.
Because I'm a
Oh.
dangerous psychopath with a history of violence.
Oh,
I don't know how you
Carl.
keep forgetting
I
that.
just wanted to add their hands to my collection.
Call
Not
my
yet.
little baby hands.
Nice hand. Mine now.
Anyways,
I was hoping to just give you a hand.
We're
You're
never
I
gonna
ripping
get
think
through
that's
this
okay.
session. We're never gonna get through this fucking session.
Okay.
Anyways,
Not exactly how I thought this session would go, but you know, hey. So Asaki, you are in the corridor alone with Freya and Dietrich.
Mm-hmm.
They stop their conversation and look over to you there. Both of them look over to you, Asaki. And Dietrich kind of tilts his head to the side and goes, "So this is the girl."
Yeah? What about it?
Oh, my apologies, ma'am. I didn't mean to be rude about it. It's just Freya's told me a lot about you.
Has she?
Yes? Me and Freya are very old friends.
That's nice to know. It's like, Saki's kind of awkward, as, like, she's been in the background the entire time, so she hasn't really got anyone to upfront talk to her.
Dietrich walks around Freya and holds out his hand for a handshake and goes, "The name's Dietrich. I run the place around here."
She'll pull a hand out and shake it, and it's like, well, I think you already know my name.
That I do. By the way, he has a very firm handshake.
Mm,
He's also like 5'5". He's not very tall.
yeah. Yeah.
He also has a peg leg.
Lord Kings for
For
life.
those who missed
Mhm.
it, he has a peg leg. And he goes, "Well, I will let you get some rest, Asaki. Me and Freya have some more things to discuss, and I'll see you in the morning."
Alright then. Good night to you both.
Uh,
And then she'll walk
Freya gives a
past.
small nod and says,
Mhm.
"Sleep well, Asaki."
You too. And it said more in a, like, kind of genuine tone as she kind of walks into this room and closes the door behind her.
Okay. With that, we go to bed, and these two disappear.
Oh no, they died. Just kidding.
The night is dark and full of terror.
They
And
got dragged into the void.
yes, they did.
Bark, bark.
And yeah, there we go. With nothing else to happen now, we will skip forward to the morning. Everybody goes through a long rest. For those who need it, it resets your, all your stuff.
Hi.
Yeah, you finally have your spell slots back.
Yes, I can now perform expeditious retreat if I have to.
Indeed. So you can run away from the scary pirate lady.
Lol.
So yeah, things all these rooms are dark. They have their own little like lamps in there, but most of them are off. And yeah, so we skip forward to the morning. And who wants to wake up first?
I'll wake up
Um,
first. Unless someone else wants to.
Well, at this time in it was Rory's routine, and he just sits there since it's not the same anymore. He just sits there dangling his legs a bit in the bed. That's
Oh.
just it.
So Rory, you don't sleep?
No, he slept, but he woke up early.
Okay.
Asaki is out.
I'll be the third person to wake up.
Okay, so it's Asaki, Rory, Wolf. So yeah, Asaki, you walk out, and Captain Yavena is already sitting there sipping on more alcohol. As you walk out at the chair closest to the corridor that led you to the sleeping area.
Mm. She's gonna look over and it's like, day drinking already.
It's not day drinking if you never stopped drinking.
Didn't really have the chance to. So I don't really know the feeling. Besides, I'd like my wits to be functional.
She pats the table, kind of like indicating for you to take a seat there, and she goes, "There's nothing wrong with taking the edge off here and there. This world, as Wolf was saying, is shit."
It is. Though, I like to be sober. Well, it's burning, let's say the least.
Well, if I have to wade through a foot of absolute human refuse, I'd rather be drunk.
And she just kind of like sits there, just listening.
While you guys are talking, Rory was trying to sneak away, not to get attention.
Make a stealth roll.
God damn it. Where is my stealth? There it is. Stealth. Did I press the wrong button then?
Oh no.
And the perception check comes
I rolled a
back
13.
as a 17.
Damn, she still saw me.
Yavena.
If I use my passive, I see you.
Yavena looks over. Actually, if I used Yavena's passive, she would see you too. Yavena looks over at Rory and clears her throat and then says, "Hey, Cobalt, catch." And she throws you a flask.
Let me just roll a fucking, let me roll something for this one. What should I roll for this one?
If you're attempting to catch it, I would say, like agility, sleight of hand, maybe for catching it out of the air.
Be a dex check.
Dex check. There we go.
Dex check. Well, it's a 21. No, that's a stealth. Shit, I pressed the wrong button. I hate doing this on my phone. Stealth check. Dexterity. Dex check, right?
Yeah, dexterity. Yeah, that works too. Thank you.
If it would fucking yes, roll 20 being a very functional program.
Oh,
It's a 6. It hits his head.
She tosses it to you. You kind of like hit it with the back of your hand. That sends it back up, And as you watch it and you track it, it smacks you right in the forehead.
He lets out a small, well, a yelp.
Ooh! And responds, Yevena goes, "Ooh, shit, sorry."
Dang. Right on the mark.
Oh,
Well, I
Malthus,
mean, they've always said my aim is great. But that's she kind of cups her hand, even though Rory's right there. She cups her hand to speak louder, and she goes, "That's for last night. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you."
He just looks at the flask and is it mead or is it anything else?
You don't know. You haven't opened it.
Hey, Roy.
He just stares at the flask and just he doesn't know what to do.
Roy,
It's from my good stock. Sorry. Again, she's like
Roy,
maybe 15 feet away from you, and she's like yelling with her hands cupped around her mouth.
Take's just gonna like talk normal. I was like, Roy, why don't you just come over here and sit with us?
The moment you said that, his eyes quickly looked at Ivan and swiftly shakes his head and move away.
Come on here. She's oh yeah, she did walk past her. You walk past her.
That's walk faster and just like towards the bar.
She's gonna pull her arm over and try to grab you.
Okay,
I don't.
that's a grapple. Then.
You don't. No need, because this motherfucker is way too fucking frail.
Oh, okay.
He has
You can
negative-
choose to just fail it, so you get grabbed by Asaki.
This look, Rory is weak. He has a -1 on strength. I don't think he's fucking passing anything on strength base.
Unless you want to roll a dex check. I think is it like
No,
I think-
he's choosing to fail. You grab him.
All right. Then she just kind of like plop him over to a chair and is like, "Come on."
He's just there awkwardly staring at eyes darting from the flask to Ivan to Asaki to the
You
flask.
throw him on the other side of the table there.
And it's like pats her head and is like, I mean, no one here is going to hurt you if that's what you're worried about.
Well, I mean, I technically just did, although it's also kind of his
because
fault
you're
for not
drunk.
catching it.
Fucking the face of his from the face of like unsureness to a deadpan. Seriously, look at her.
She
The
shrugs.
suddenness of his fucking demeanor.
If you're not gonna have it, I'll take it. She whispers to Rory.
Rory immediately gave her the flask.
She fucking downs it.
Make 3 Constitution saves.
Dear
1,
God.
2, 3.
Tell me what they were.
It's 12, 6, and a nat 20.
12, 6, and a nat 20. I need you to reroll the nat 20. Because of the 6.
15.
15, okay. So as soon as you tilt the flask back, you feel a burning sensation, but it's already too late to stop. You down the whole thing. It was a Firebrand Scotch whiskey blend. And on your 6th, you succeed the first one, you fail the second one, and you succeed the third one. Your head immediately goes light and cloudy at the same time, and you are tipsy, but it will take some time for the alcohol to fully work through your system, so you'll be rolling Constitution saves until noon.
Oh, nice. And it's
Okay.
like, she's like, fuck. What's that?
It's really, really strong alcohol. Like, the fumes that remain in the flask, if you were to whiff it, smell like industrial strength rubbing alcohol.
It's like, where have you been all my life? She just tosses the
Oh, that's
flashback.
Oh,
Yevena,
that's good shit.
Yevena catches it smoothly and goes, well, I mean, it was supposed to be his, so does this count as accepting my apology? And she like she clasps her hands together and like holds them over her head as she bows her head and goes, "I'm really sorry, Cobalt."
She just looks at her and just smiles nervously. But remembering the smell of the fume thing, because he's literally right beside Masaki, he was fucking taken aback and just fucking recoiled from the smell.
So yeah, Wolf, you're up.
Yes.
Yeah, you probably walk in right as Asaki's downing the whole thing.
Yeah.
I wish you would like kind of blow out a small fire.
Uh, it's more of a kind of thing that you do. Because, like I said, it burnt on the way down. Like, this is strong ass shit.
Damn, the ethanol.
It probably reminds her for drugs.
So yeah,
God.
Wolf, you see her down the flask and toss it back to Yavena. You fully know what's in there. It is the captain's personal blend of alcohol that she always keeps a couple of barrels around of. And you know that it is like whiskey and scotch, but like supercharged whiskey and scotch. You know that shit will fuck anybody up who drinks it.
Captain, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Well, she wasn't supposed to drink the whole damn thing. It was for the Cobalt anyway. She kind of looks over her shoulder and says to you,
It was great, by the way.
I know, that's why
Yeah,
I
I'm sure
like
it was.
drinking it. She pulls out another flask and very tepidly sips on it.
You know, if we're getting drunk this early in the morning, let me get a hit of it.
She hands you the flask that she just drank out of.
Okay. I'll take a sip from it. Should I wolf it or
How big of a sip?
just a quick little like tap of it? Just
Yeah.
like a little like tip.
Well, since we haven't really established too much of your background, do you drink often?
No.
No? Okay, then you'll make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
That's because he's underage.
Let's get every kid here drunk. No.
Freaking Rory is the only one who isn't fucking drunk.
What did you roll?
Drunk on nervousness, maybe.
Oh gosh, ding is.
I keep hearing the thing go off. You only need to roll once.
It's well, nothing's coming up for me.
Okay, let
Like
me see.
I'm rolling it, but
You're rolling
can-
2d4. That's why.
oh, oops.
But your first, the first one you rolled was a 2d4. Then you rolled a d20, and that was a 7. You fail.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
You start feeling your head goes a little light, and everything gets a little cloudy, like immediately. But it settles down a bit more than it does for Asaki because you only took a light sip. But it's the strongest alcohol you've ever drinking.
Damn it, Cap. How do you drink this? How do you drink this often?
Oh, I go through a flask or two a day. My system's used to it. And she like pats herself on the shoulder.
Swear, you're gonna die from either alcohol, from drinking this shit, or from dying from being drunk.
Ah,
Calm
but that... she holds up a finger. Aha! See, that is where restoration magic comes into effect. Whatever's
am
going
none
to
of
kill
that.
me from alcohol isn't going to do it.
The moment the word magic comes up, I know Rory's interest is piqued. Even though he's looking away, his eyes darts a bit from, he didn't move his head, but his eyes moved towards that word.
If any of you get drunk right now, I don't have enough magic to restore any of that.
Hopefully, you know, good detoxification spell because you're going to need it.
That's too bad. I'm not high enough level that have lesser restoration.
She gets up, walking totally fine, by the way. Puts a very solemn hand on your shoulder. looks you right in the eyes, and this is the most serious you've seen her so far, and she goes, "Then enjoy."
Uh,
Soggy just kind of raising an eyebrow.
Okay, who's next who wants to wake up? That's really just
I'll wake
Cairo
up.
or Cairo, Edward, or Shade.
Max, I beg of you, save Rory.
No, I'm holding him hostage.
Cairo's going to wake up and just walk, find the table, stand next to a seat, and just glance at everybody, noticing that two of the five people now at the table are probably intoxicated.
Yavanna looks
Oh,
back
no.
at you and goes, "Ah, it's the shambling one from last night."
I think his name is Edward. Was it?
It's Rory
Cairo.
immediately called. It's Cairo.
Oh,
Ah, Cairo,
Yeah,
Cairo, Cairo. Cairo, gyro, euro, myro is what Yavanna's saying. She's just talking.
I'm just gonna look over to the only sober person that I can see, point at the captain and go, "Drunk?"
Yavanna puts a hand on her chest and goes, "It's rude to talk about people while they're still here."
Look, the only sober person here probably that is actually sober is freaking Rory because he did not took any of that shit.
Speaking of which, Asaki, roll another Constitution saving throw.
gotcha.
Hello.
Hi
one.
there, Shade. Taco. What did you roll?
Asaki rolled
I got
that
that
one.
one.
A nat one. Oh boy.
Yeah.
You just keel over and die from alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
So as
Oh.
as Yavanna's turning around, her hand's still on her shoulder. It's the only thing that prevents you from falling over immediately. But you eventually kind of slump onto your knees as the alcohol takes full effect and the room starts to swim, and you're pretty sure everything changes to a monochromatic scheme. It's basically everything's now in black and white.
Oh, great.
Is
He's fucking
she okay?
high and drunk.
Both what's
I don't
concerned.
know. I don't. Rory just looks at the sake inside. I don't think we're getting her back anytime.
Yavanna kind of just leans over, looking down, like at the top of your head, Asaki, and goes, "Oh, that's not good."
Yeah, I probably leaned over to the table.
You're on your knees. When you lean over to the table, your head just smacks into like the leg of a table,
Mm.
or like I don't know exactly how tall Asaki is. It could also be like the lip of
I'm
the
also
table.
about sitting down.
You weren't. You led Rory to a seat. You didn't sit down yourself. There's no chairs on that side of the table.
All right.
And there we go. We lost her. Immediately, Rory just sort of got off the chair and tries to. You know what? I'm rolling strength check for this one if you can carry her.
Yavanna just, while looking down, makes a tutting noise, like, "That's not good," and she just kind of saunters off away.
I got a 3. I can't go. Rory can.
You're like you got like you got both of your arms around one arm of Asaki, just like trying to pull her, but just going nowhere. And this is when
try to help.
Shade, you can wake up. Oh wait, no, Taco's gone. Edward wakes up, walks into the room, and just goes, "What is going on here?"
Can you help me get her up on the chair, big brother?
Yeah, sure. He goes to the other side of Asaki, lifts her up, and kind of pulls her over to the chair over here.
Oh, question. Does any food can help her sober out of this bullshit?
No, Yvonne is already on it. Don't worry. Um,
All right.
so as you're dragging Asaki into a chair, Yavena returns, um, and I'm pretty sure Edward's blonde in character, and goes, "Blonde boy, catch," and tosses him a vial. She likes throwing things.
I'll welcome back.
She may or may not be. Welcome back, Taco. She may or may not
sorry
be
about
a
that.
descendant of Michael's. She likes throwing things.
Oh, wait, what?
I don't know
Immediately, Rory,
how familiar you guys are with Rise of Nine.
I
but-
don't look. I only have watched the first episode. So.
Yeah, Michael, one of the characters, likes to throw his scythe all the time, and which you've probably seen in the first episode.
Yeah.
So she just threw a vial at Edward, who catches it, and then Yavena just tilts her chin and goes, "Have her drink that. It should get rid of the side effects."
Yeah. Just let's get her back, please.
Okay, so Edward attempts to have Asaki drink the vial. Asaki, I would like you to... what would this be? You're trying to drink it, but you are intoxicated heavily right now. So your body's not working the way it wants to. So you are going to have to try and drink this. I have no idea what check that would be.
Just a
Con.
straight constitution.
Well, she's trying to
Shake
drink,
Yeah, maybe-
so she's taking an action.
So a dex check, and depending how bad it is or how good it is, a con save.
Okay, then, yeah, make me a dexterity saving throw there, Asaki.
6.
6? Yeah, you can't... Edward tries to,
I feel like I'm cursed by you guys' rolls from like last time. I remember you guys ranked everyone fucking rolling bad.
Yeah, Asaki, you try and drink this, but it doesn't work. You see a light up in Edward's eyes and goes... And he looks down and goes, "I don't know how to have you drink this, but I do know a way.
Mm-hmm.
Rory, you know her better. Maybe you can help."
Rory just.
I'm trying to
grunts and-
figure out which state of mind would she be. Would she be in the like, kind of numbed out state, or would she be, looks like if you try to touch her, she'll try to kill you kind of state.
Well, I don't know how Asaki would react, but
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But I'll describe. Basically, imagine you just downed a whole bottle of alcohol and smoked one of Snoop Dogg's joints.
Oh, you got crossfaded.
Loyally
Okay,
fucked
so
up.
Rory just sighs and just grabs the vial, got up to the table, kneels down in front of Asaki because she's fucking tall. Well, even when sitting down, she's somehow fucking taller than our short kobold here, and just tries to hold her head still while gently pouring out the vial. This is my
Edward
first
shakes his
rodeo.
head and it says, "That's not what I was thinking, Rory. Good luck
I've been
with that."
doing this to other others. Whenever they're fussy about drinking medicine, don't worry about it.
Okay, I was going to go with a different method, but I didn't know her well enough.
So he just did that, just holds her head still, and then tries at least to open her lips a bit. And
Yeah,
her
you can
mouth.
definitely open
They-
them, unless Asaki resists, of course.
I'm still debating which state of mind she be.
Well,
I think
then
Like to-
This is-
Asaki's
this is the-
still debating, so Rory, go ahead.
Because like what I'm thinking of, this is probably close to her experimenting with her own drugs, kind of state that she probably fucked up somewhere.
So yeah, Rory, you
likely,
are-
I would have to ask you to do the most adult thing and just roll whatever fucking reaction she would get.
What do you mean roll whatever reaction she would get?
just roll like a d20 and depend, like say 1 is violent, 20 is completely passive, and everywhere in between.
She's I think she's in a state where she thinks she's fucked up her drugs.
Okay, then that's the
And
state
just
she's
gonna
in.
have to choose down.
So she's just zonked out then. So Rory, yeah, you attempt to pour the liquid down, and just to make things move faster, it works. And in the next 5 minutes, the effects of the alcohol will be canceled out. So, and Shade, that is when you wake up, if you're there, or is there a customer? There probably is a customer. So Shade's sleeping in today. So yeah, you're all just standing around the table. Asaki, you're coming through.
Wait.
Oh, hey, there's Dako. You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, you wake up now. So it's your turn to move as this whole shebang is going on in the dining hall.
I grab my scythe from underneath my bed and just hook it on my back. I have to put my armor on.
Oh, by the way, Edward
and
was
I
going to
walk
do
out.
the kiss method to make Asaki drink it.
No.
I already know the reaction that was going to happen.
No.
That's
Rory
why
does not know her.
That's why Edward tossed it to Rory. Because that was
Look,
his reaction.
Even though me and Lychee have been deluluing about Asaki and Rory probably doing it in the bedroom, no. No. Iron Mountain's Rory will not be doing that.
That's why Edward tossed it to you, just in case that thought had crossed your head. Because I didn't want to make Edward do that while he's not here. So anyway, Taco.
Yes.
You got your stuff on, and are you headed out, or are you just going to sit in your room?
I'm heading out.
Awesome.
Do I hear the commotion going on while I'm getting my stuff together?
You probably hear some of it, but you walk out right as Rory's pouring a liquid down Asaki's throat. That sounded a lot dirtier than I meant it to.
He looks at the captain. What did you do?
It wasn't me.
It was
What did you give them?
He was. Okay. Yes, I did give him something. But first off, from DM point, you wanted to say something, Asaki?
No.
Okay. I just thought I heard you say you wanted to do something.
Yeah, I heard Lychee spoke as well.
Yavanna just kind of shrugs and goes, "Well, I gave him a flask of the good stuff to apologize to the kobold, who I believe I now have a name for, Rory. And he didn't want it, so he gave it to her, and she drank the whole damn thing."
Do I need to make all my special potions?
Oh no, I already gave her detoxifier.
I don't even think this is supposed to be called the quote-unquote good stuff. It nearly wrecked her.
Well, yeah, because she drank the whole thing.
Well, next time, don't give her something like that.
I didn't give it
Thank
to
you.
her. I technically gave it to you.
There.
She finally blinks a bit and is like,
Rory's just on the table in front of Misaki while she comes to.
and she's looking like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, she's back.
And then they kissed.
No. You.
It's not
You
that
were
kind of
whacked.
campaign. Stop it.
You were whacked. You downed the entire thing, whatever she made in that thing.
It's the good alcohol with the special captain's blend.
It felt like I was overdosed on my drugs again.
Change your muscle first.
My God.
Well, I'm pretty sure I didn't put anything in there but alcohol.
And while
I hope
they are
you didn't.
while they're talking, Rory just got off of the table, patted himself, and just grabs his staff and just moves beside Edward. I know Edward.
Hiding.
Cairo.
I was gonna say hiding in the corner.
No, he's just gonna move towards to Cairo and just be like, "Shield me from these people, please."
And we are now at an hour and 50 minutes, so I'm going to call the session here. It was a bit of a wacky one, not where I thought this session was going to go, but hey.
This is such a cliffhanger.
This
That's-
is a lot of fun.
That's why I'm calling it here. Because
This is the weirdest
This
cliffhanger.
is great because like I actually literally don't have a list of restoration
yep, nope, I
because I'm only level 1 cleric.
yep. So you guys have yeah. Fun night and morning, I guess.
If I may say, thank you for letting me get involved, and thank you, Moon, for bringing this up.
Yes, I have to drag you here by the neck.
All right. Now
Oh, I'm so sorry you had to get dragged here to my session. Oh, what the horror.
Oh, it was horrible. All the fun, the laughter. Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
hey, Zaru, just
The fucking
remember, I was
Lindsay.
supposed to be one of the bad guys in your other campaign, you fucker.
No, we were talking about it. It
I'm
wasn't a
gonna
set
make more
thing.
sex jokes. I'm gonna make more sex jokes by next session.
Oh god dear no.
I am still recording. Shush. And with that, goodbye.